Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back, guys, to another amazing, blessed Cafecito trade night with Sam. Today it's Monday, February the 10th, 2024, 2025, I mean, and we're just gonna review the markets. We're gonna do some market analysis, some market overview. As we are seeing, silver actually is in selling mode, so that might possibly bring gold down. Let me see what else. Let's go check the other two pairs, which is EU. Oh my God, just delete EU. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. EURUSD. I think it was this one, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just hoping it's that one. Yep. EU right now is just playing among these zones. We're gonna redo it again tonight. GJ has been in selling mode. I'm gonna be honest, GJ has just been in a beautifully selling mode, which is honestly amazing. Ain't gonna cap to you guys. GJ has just been astonishing, killing it, like always. Yep. So let's get started. Let's go check on Bitcoin because I think I marked that Bitcoin. No, I think I deleted the charts, but I did do some markups on Bitcoin during the weekend, guys. We did cause some pips, and then all of a sudden we see the market turn around on us. But it's all good, Now all we can really do is restart, is reset, restart, and get back into it. You know what I'm saying, guys? All right, but who's ready? Who's ready to mark up charts today? Drop a 111 in the chat, guys, if you guys are ready, because I know I am. I'm excited, guys, to bring you guys the value on this amazing, beautiful Monday. So we're gonna start with EU. So we from EU, guys, we have just been seeing EU give us this big push to the downside, guys. Mega push. This is a mega sell. And now what we're seeing is that EU came to a zone that it got stopped at. As we can see, the zone has actually been tapped not once, not twice, but three times. You know what I'm saying? And if we actually draw the zone, this is the zone that we were looking at. So a lot of times what you have to understand, how will you identify a daily level? Because I know I've gotten this question asked sometimes. The way you will identify a daily level is from a trend, guys. As you can see, EU has been coming from a strong downtrend and it literally stops at an area. Those are reversal areas, guys. The market hit back again. Guess what? The market possibly could hit it or it could break through it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to look for those areas. Now the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna find the next high, guys. This is our next daily area right here. Why? Because previously, if we look at this extension, which was the first extension, the market has sold from that zone. And when the market sold from that zone, guess what? It made the market push back into that zone one more time and sell from it. So that's already telling me that those are two key zones within the market. Does that make sense? Can I get a 111 in the chat, guys, if that makes sense? From there, I'm gonna go ahead and go into the 4 hour. In the 4 hour now, we're gonna identify the trend, guys. What type of trend? What are the things that we're looking for? What are the motions that we're looking for? Are we looking for an uptrend? Are we looking for a downtrend? We're looking for a continuation. Are we looking for a reversal? We're looking for a pullback. Those are the questions that you need to start asking yourself once you get into the 4 hour time frame. Now, in the 4 hour time frame, as we can see, there is possible things that can happen as we see the market actually try to push up, but it actually pushed back down, giving us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hour candles bearish, guys. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and utilize this last candle right here before the last push as a zone, guys. Why am I utilizing that as a zone? Because if the market breaks below it, that's gonna tell me that the market's not ready to actually sell from that set. It's not ready to buy from that area. Does that make sense? That means that the market is ready to actually buy maybe from a lower area or from a different area. So that's automatically one. As we can see previously, the market, that was a zone that the market was holding itself into. Now, if we are going to be seeing buys, because at the end of the day, even though we did see the market break all this structure, right here, we saw the market actually not went ahead and push above that. We saw the market hold itself. So we can see two things, okay? And maybe maybe EU might not even be ready to either buy or sell, guys. So what we're going to see is this. So this is going to be one of those times that we're going to have only two zones. We're either going to be seeing a buy if the market breaks this, or we're going to be seeing a sell if the market does this, okay? So that's the top of mindset you're going to have with certain markets. For example, right now that EU is so close towards this daily right here, because the dailies are magnet zones. That's what they're called daily, guys, because they attract the market. They attract the price towards it. Okay, so we have those two zones right here, guys. So what I want to see, now I'm going to go into the 1 hour. I'm going to make sure those two zones are good. Yeah, I like those two zones, honestly. Let me see. Right there, better number. And why am I putting it at the body and not the wick, guys? Because number one, what you have to realize is this, okay? The reason why I'm putting it at the body and not the wick is because the body is where they actually close price at. The wick is where they drove pricing to. Does that make sense? As we can see, the market had a wick right here. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, this right here didn't drove all the way down here. I'm saying we might see the market just hit this area and then just start buying. We might see that. But now what I want to see is it close above this area, guys. Honestly, the area that I had was a perfect area. And I think it might be that one right here. So we might want to see the market close above this area right there, guys. Okay, so what I want to see is either, what I want to see, honestly, I'm more towards the bullish. I'm more towards the bulls, just because the simple fact that we did see the market close right here, and we can potentially be seeing the market just holding itself before she does this big push. You know, that happens a lot of times. So I might just leave those two zones. I'm gonna set in, honestly, I'm not even gonna set an alert, but those are the two zones that I'm gonna be looking at. You already know, guys, if you guys end up taking a trade and it's either a buy or a sell, make sure that when you take those trades, you end up putting your stop loss at the wick. You know what I'm saying? Not at the body, the wick, okay? It's actually gonna be this price right here, honestly. So overall, what I want to see is maybe I might just draw it out. So this is one scenario that I want to see. If the market comes and close above this, guys, we're gonna see the market push back, and that's when you take advantage, okay? You take advantage of this spice right there. Same thing with the sales, guys. If the market does the other way around, let's say the market is ready to actually, instead of, pushing up, the market wants to sell instead, what we might end up seeing is this. We might end up seeing the market break below it, meaning it created a new lower low. And guess what? When the market pushes back up, as long as the market doesn't go and breaks above there and actually starts, rejecting right here, you can potentially end up taking this type of trade. You know what I'm saying? All the way towards the daily. So that's something that you must keep in mind as you are trading. That a lot of times the market might have two potential areas that the market may be looking towards going to. You know, as we see, like, and then there's times that the market does those smaller moves, those bigger moves. So just keep that in mind, guys. Sounds good? Can I get a 111 in the chat if that makes sense, guys? Can I get a 111 in the chat if that makes sense? Because if it makes sense, it makes dollars for us, guys. Lastly, we're gonna check where the liquidity is at. And we always check that liquidity in the 1 hour, okay? We always check that liquidity in the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, I like this. Okay, let me see. Liquidity, guys. All liquidity means is that the market. So liquidity attracts, liquidity is money left behind. Right here, we saw some liquidity getting built up. I know this for a fact is liquidity. So we could potentially be seeing the market ready to maybe even turn around. If we were to go to the 15-minute, guys, which now I'm gonna show you guys how you can implement trend trap into, this type of trading that we do. It's not what we're gonna end up doing, is we're gonna end up adding a trend line. I'm saying, as we are seeing, the market is just giving us that trend type of motion. So we could potentially be seeing the market break, push back, and then continue to the upside. That might be a type of motion that we might end up seeing, which is we see the market just do that, ends up breaking, does this. When you see a W formation happen, guys, that's when you take advantage in the 15-minute, if you're doing the 15-minute time frame. If you are not doing the 15-minute time frame and you're doing the 1 hour time frame, wait for rejections, guys. Wait for, like, for example, one rejection, or wait for the market to break a structure. That's when you're actually going to be changing. But if you're going to be trading at 15 minutes, W formations are going to be your best friends, just as the M formation is right here, guys. I'm going to show you guys. You guys see that? The market broke. Guess what? It retested and then it sold. You know what I'm saying? So you guys can utilize the same exact type of, mindset, you can say. So trend line. So that was our trend line right there. Even in the 1 hour, we can still see that the trend line still acts upon it, guys. We just want to wait for that break, pullback, and continuation, guys. All right, let's go check. Let's go take a look at GBPJPY. GBPJPY has been on selling mode. So now we can officially say that the market is just selling, guys. Okay. Now what we're gonna go ahead and do is utilize this as my daily. Why? Because I don't have no other data here. I do have all these candles, but you gotta do where you see the most. As you can see, we have interaction here and interaction here. Thus, I'm utilizing that candle. Now, for the higher daily, I'm gonna utilize this one right here, which was already used before, but we're gonna utilize the same just to let us know that the market had already left the zone. Does that make sense? Now, what we're gonna do is, honestly, I want to see a push to the upside before a continuation. So what I essentially want to end up seeing, it's I honestly want to see buys tonight, guys. I want to see buys happen. So as we can see, the market is, let me see. One thing that we forgot to do in the EURUSD, we forgot to end up using the Fibonacci, guys. So as we can see, Fibonacci, perfect, 76.40 is around the zone that we have 1.02, 1.02855, okay? So like how I have mentioned, guys, we want to see a break of structure, okay? Break and close equals bullish market, okay? GBPJPY, I honestly want to see GBPJPY go hit the daily. Truth be told, guys, I want to see GBPJPY go hit the daily. So I'm gonna keep it at that zone right here. That's gonna be my first zone. The second one is gonna be that one. See. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, those are my two zones that I'm looking at, guys. So I want to see the market rise and honestly sell from those zones. To be told, that's what I want to see. As we can see, the market, actually the price that was there is not really there because that was a market open. Okay, so okay, so let's see, guys. Let's see if we do end up seeing the sales happening at those zones. So I want to see the market hit those two areas, guys. The market has been in selling motion. If we end up seeing it, if we end up actually putting the Fibonacci from, extension to extension, 61.80, it's one of the zones. So I mean, I actually want to see the market push into there instead of the 50%. Yeah, so I want to see the market push into that area and then sell. Which even though the market is rejecting right here, we could potentially just be seeing a quick push and then just a sell. Okay. Yeah, I think she's gonna try to take out this liquidity right there, guys. Which is that liquidity right there. Okay, and then the next liquidity, oh, my bad. And then next liquidity, which is this one right here. Now, if we do want to end up seeing sales happening, guys, as you guys know, we're gonna use trend trap as well within our calls. So I just want to see the market continuation, honestly. I want to see the market continue to sell from that line right here, from that trend line. So we might end up seeing the market just spike into this zone and then sell from there, or it might spike into this one and actually liquidate it. Does that make sense? It might give us a big wick. So just keep an eye out on that, guys. But I mean, overall, if we actually look at the trend that we've been having from all the way up here to all the way down here, you know, that's how we saw this big push, guys. I mean, trend trap, they're quick pushes, guys. They're not true, like huge reversals that happen, but we're gonna utilize it, you know what I'm saying, to our advantage. So I want to see maybe the market. If I mean, even if we end up seeing the break towards the upside, guys, you might end up seeing something like that and then something like that. Or if we do end up breaking above this one, the next level that we could be going towards, it'll be this one right here. Does that make sense? So you always want to wait for the market to break certain levels, because a lot of times what ends up happening is that those levels, you know what I'm saying, are just bigger time from, levels. Does that make sense? Like, let's say the market ends up breaking a 1 hour, high. In the 4 hour, that wasn't even a high in reality. The next high is actually that. So let's say the market has two highs in the 1 hour. Okay, let's say this is the 1 hour right here. I'm gonna just show you. Let's say this is the 1 hour, okay? But this is the 4 hour. You know what I'm saying? So you also have to realize that the 1 hour and the 4 hour are two different time frames, guys. Also, that open right there left me, if we actually look at where the money's at, guys, anything below there, guys, is liquidity, because the body of the candle actually hasn't noticed that as a skeleton, you know what I'm saying, while I was here. So that's why I want to see a push, and I want to see the market maybe like give us a wake or something, and then that's how I will know that the market's ready to sell. Okay. Now I'm gonna go with gold, everybody's all-time favorite. All right, okay. I want to ask you guys something. Who here has been tired of gold for the past few weeks? Because I know some of you guys are just like, wait, damn, when is gold gonna sell? You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of you guys are like, damn, Samuel, when is gold gonna sell? Gold just keeps pushing up higher and higher and higher. Well, I just want to welcome you to trading, guys, where the markets are in control. Now, you guys, all you can really do is control your stop loss and your emotions and your mindset and things of that matter. So that's our daily, guys. When the market breaks a new all-time highs, you want to put it above the wick, because the market potentially could spike up one more time, and you want to be ready for that. Our next daily zone. I like this one here. I'm gonna go with this one, guys. So that's our daily right there, guys. Now we're gonna go into the 4-hour. As you guys can see, the market might just go into that area right there because that whole area right there, that's liquidity. If we look at it, the market, if we actually look at the price, where is the wick that we just saw? The wick is not there, guys. So we could potentially be seeing the market push up. I'm not gonna be giving you really guys a setup tonight for this. Number one, the market is not clear on what it wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So what I am gonna give you guys, it is gonna be this. I'm gonna wait for the market. Well, I'm gonna give you guys the floor, which is this floor right there. Once the market breaks below this floor, we could potentially say, okay, the market's for real ready to turn around. So until market breaks and close below, we will see market shift. Or okay, that's good. That can be one, guys. But I still haven't checked that 1 hour. But if you're gonna be taking advantage of some sales, remember, you sell high, you buy low, guys. 29.40 looks like a good area. And then 29.50. Okay, just because that's within the daily, okay? 29.50. So those are gonna be my two zones that I'll be looking at. I might be really, really close monitoring them, looking at them, things of that matter. We're about to check Gold's cousin and see how she's doing. Okay, never mind. We might actually have to push this down. Yeah. Maybe 29.33.94, guys. That could be one zone that I'll be looking at. And then the next one is this one right here. I'm gonna just keep an eye on them. I'm not gonna give you guys like a big zone quite yet. I would just say keep an eye on it because that is liquidity that is gonna get formed. So keep an eye on that. But once the market breaks this right here, I wouldn't be surprised if the market just gives us a huge sales, guys. I wouldn't be surprised because what the market is doing, it's, you know, and even then, he still has to go fill in the 15-minute, you know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna use trend chart, guys, 15-minute time frame. Okay, let's go and see what the market did. Okay, so as we are seeing, the market is actually just hanging around there, you know what I'm saying? The market is just playing with our feelings. And I mean, that is at that little W, so I wouldn't be mad if the market does end up pushing up, guys. You know what I'm saying? So I would just wait for the market to push up one more time, and that's a little imbalance that we see, guys. So not only is it a 15 minutes imbalance that we are seeing, but we are seeing some liquidity out there that the market could, push up into. Also, the way that candle's looking like, it's looking like the market might end up pushing towards the daily, and then we could potentially see some sales. Yeah. Let me just look at this whole zone right here. As we are seeing 23.60, guys, it is the 23 around 23, 29.33.52. In our chart, we have 29.33.94. So we could potentially be seeing the market push into that area and end up selling. But we'll see what the market does. I'm honestly gonna wake up super early tomorrow morning, guys, just for this trade right here. I'm gonna wake up I mean, I'm gonna be up early like today and then keep you guys updated. I'm gonna just keep those two zones open. Like how I say, let's wait for the market to break below that zone. I'm gonna just, show you guys where the liquidity is at. And then we can go ahead and do the rest, you know what I'm saying? But how are you guys feeling though? Like, let me get your feedback, guys. How are you guys feeling from tonight's call? Like, does this make more sense? Why is it the market is seeing a lot more sales? Like, why is it that we haven't seen the market sell overall. We just keep seeing the market buy. Does that make sense, guys? Can I get a 111 in the chat if this is more clarity towards you? Because one thing that I was doing for these past few days is that I was selling, guys, but I had not let the market break a floor. It doesn't hurt to let the market break a floor, because then the market can actually retest at a higher point than the point that you sold from. And then actually you can catch the sells there. So this is kind of like what I'm seeing the market do. So you guys see, this could be one entrance. This could be another entrance. Or another scenario that can happen is that the market just, from where the market's are right now, it just sells, pushes back, and then sell. Guess what? That's known as the head and shoulder pattern, guys. So you just have to be patient and wait for the market to close below here. Okay. I'm gonna just set some alerts. I'm gonna set an alert here, and an alert right there. Now we're gonna go look at the cousin, and we're gonna see what the cuz is doing. And then that's gonna be the last chart that we're gonna be looking into, guys. Sounds good. Can I get a 1-1 in the chat, guys? If this is all just making sense, if it's all just adding up. Bet. Because God is my firm foundation. The only one. Okay. Yeah, silver is already sells, guys. Silver is already selling, so we might see gold do the same. So that's one of my zones with silver. And that's my other zone. So silver, I'm just seeing honestly sells with silver, to be honest, guys. My eyes already tell me, well, never mind, because the market never closed above. So what we want to see is we want to go ahead and see a close below here. So we want to see the market close below here. Okay, selling motion. From there, all we can really do is wait for the market to push into the zones and then take advantage once she's in those zones. And don't be hesitant, guys. Like, that's one thing I will tell you, like, from hard guys, don't be hesitant, because if you start hesitating to take some trades, if you start just being like, oh, I'm gonna just wait, you're just gonna end up losing more money. Hesitation actually takes you to a place that you end up doubting your moves, you end up doubting the way you trade, things of that matter, and you end up just losing. So yeah, I just want to see the market close below here, not close above there. And then we can be seeing the sales. Okay, let me just look for liquidity. Yeah, the only liquidity there is down here, guys. And actually, that's the whole area. If you actually look at it, that whole area with liquidity is this zone right here. So, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if the market pushes all the way down there to pick up some of that liquidity. But yeah. All right, guys. Can I get you guys have any questions for me? Anything like that before we go, guys? Once again, I want to see buys with UJ, sells with GJ, sells with gold, and sells with silver. Anybody has any questions, anything you guys want me to go over before we just end up the session? I'm gonna just review gold a bit more, because I know gold is a really special pair for a lot of us. It's a lot of you guys' bread and butter. And I'm gonna show you guys how the Fibonacci aligns to here. So crazy, guys. Like, Look at how look at that zone between the Fibonacci is a 50% retracement. I wouldn't mind seeing the 50% retracement happening just the market. Whoop. Or the liquidity got 76.40. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, the market, it is giving us a lot. I mean, we still got like 3 hours left for that 4 hour candle. So I wouldn't even be mad. You know what I'm saying? But at like 23.60, guys, that could potentially be your selling zone. You know what I'm saying? Even if you were to do the 15-minute time frame, from wick to wick, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, that looking makes sense, guys, that the market is just rising towards this gap right there. From there, you could potentially be taking the sales. I mean, 29.35, 29.35.00 is around that zone, guys, as well. So I wouldn't be mind if the market just do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's about what? From this one to down here, that's a grand total of about what? 200 pips, guys. That's almost 300 pips you can take advantage of. And then as you keep progressing, you will start seeing bigger and bigger and bigger. You know? Anybody has any questions for me, guys, before we end things? Nobody? Nobody? A potato flew around my room. Yeah, I also want to see this push because I want to see it come and pick up some of that money that she left behind. Maybe add more liquidity to here and then just sells. Yeah. So you guys see, she's already wanting to break. So, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much all that I have for you guys today. For you guys on my YouTube channel, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me today.